Hey guys, Scar, this one take a look at 2024 Holy Bull Stakes, and this will be a road to the Kentucky Derby prep race. And 20 points go to the winner. First through fifth place finishers will get points. You got a big favorite in this race, the number seven Fierceness. I can't wait to see what his morning line odds will be. At the time of making this video, there ain't one, but I'm sure they'll be coming out the next day or two. And I expect to see probably 4 to 5 on the morning line. If you get to post time and see anything close to even money on this horse, that'd probably be a gift, and you should probably take it. Uh, there's nobody else really in this field that I would say has the qualifications of fierceness as far as proven throughout the races and everything like that. One thing I've noticed, kind of going back doing some handicapping throughout the history of the races, you kind of want horses that have a little bit of form to them. I'm not saying it has to be perfect form, but they've already been proven to race at a mile or over. And there's only been one exception to that. That's been Irish War Cry. But you look at like Mohamed, Audible, Harvey Wallbanger, Tiz the Law, Greatest Honor, Bar. They've all had some kind of 2 year old form to them where they've kind of built race them out. A lot of them came out of the Jockey Club stakes out of Churchill Downs. I probably messed that name up. I apologize. Audible came out off the Aqueduct circuit, won that race going a mile, and used that to propel himself to a good 2 or 3 races at Gulfstream there, won that, and then the Florida Derby on the way to getting third in the Kentucky Derby. So you got that, and that's kind of what I want to point out is that you kind of want to start looking for a horse that has that form to them that showed that they can have a foundation. And I say that because the number one horse in this race doesn't really have that foundation. Because his best race is at 7 furlongs. Now he's stepping up, 2 turn route race. So that being said, I would probably want to side against the one horse in this scenario. And number two's got some form to him. But before we get to him, we're kind of going to jump to the favorite and work our way down. You got number seven, Fierceness. Uh, won his maiden race by 11 winks. Then got the grade one Champagne at Belmont, and who knows what happened there. It just wasn't his day to fire. And then came back to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and it was like nothing ever happened. That Champagne beat the field by 6 1/4 lengths. Got really good speed figures for that race, and certainly looks like the horse to beat for the Kentucky Derby right now. If you had to go off of form horses that have showed up to this point, I would say Fierceness would probably be number one on many people's Kentucky Derby boards, and we'll know more after this race. But I'll say this race is Fierceness to lose, and if there's one kink in the armor, let's just hope he's not that good race, bad race horse, and he fires a dud off the juvenile, and it could certainly happen. First start since November. Uh, I don't think it's connection. I think they want to win the Holy Bull, but it's not the end of the world if they don't win the Holy Bull. They'd much rather probably win the Kentucky Derby. So you might not necessarily get 100% fierceness for this race, but I even think a 80% fierceness if he doesn't fire a dud is more than enough to beat this field. But if for some reason he goes back to the grade one Champagne effort, then there's going to be money to be made in this race because I think if you see even money on him, that's probably saying something. And I'm gonna look at a couple other horses I think that could certainly make some noise. You got Chad Brown with Clairvox stable. That's always a good combination there, a good trainer owner combo. They've won a lot of races together. So far, it's only a maiden one, but he does have that 2 year old foundation of running the grade two Remsen. And the only difference is that's I believe a 1 turn mile and an eighth at Aqueduct, and this is getting to a 2 turn race. So he does have that, but immediately after the race, they shipped him over to Payson Park, which is real close to Gulfstream, and he's been working there forwardly, so he does got that going for him. So I would certainly put domestic product, at least in the exactest trifectas and those kind of exotic wagers. And uh, we're going to go over to Antonio Sana's horse, Dancing Groom, and I don't think you can leave him out either. He's trained Guinevere, Simplification, so he's got some experience when it comes to getting Derby horses ready. And I think this trainer's one that over the next couple of years Mike could start getting some of the more quality horses in the barn, whereas opposed to, I think his training ability is what's been making these horses probably better than what he's actually been getting. But nonetheless, they raced him in the Grade One Champagne, Grade Two Kentucky Jockey Club. So they thought enough of him after that maiden win at Saratoga to bump him up to a Grade One, Grade Two race. And I'm not saying he's going to win the races. I've seen Guinevere and Simplification both have excuses why they couldn't win the Holy Bull and then come back and get it right in the Fountain of Youth. And I don't know if that's by design, but it's a little trainer pattern that you kind of see there. So I can see Antonio Sano getting this horse to win or getting him in the money in the Holy Bull and then bringing him on up in the Fountain of Youth, depending how that field turns out. Because I have to really expect Fierceness. If he wins the Holy Bull, you're not going to see that horse to the Florida Derby. It just wouldn't make sense, for the connection. I don't think to fire back to back to back. I think they're trying to put that third race being the Derby, not peak at the Florida Derby. And other than that, I think the rest of the field is a little bit to be desired. You got Othello by Christophe Clement. He's going to be a closing winner. He's come from the back of the pack. Didn't win the Mucho Macho Man. Historically, the winners of the Mucho Macho Man have not always done the best going, winning the Holy Bull. So he does have that going against him. But other than that, I really think this is Pierce's race to lose. And thanks for watching, guys. Plenty more.